It's a great question. 5 something in the evening. I just looked. It's 5:02 in the evening on Friday, the 27th of September 2024. Sammie and Tammy are at the house. I'm parked in front of the gate, making this video before I drive in. I went and picked up Moby's car this morning, and went back to the shop for the door. Thankfully, Moby had marked it like with a blue line, so to speak, and explained exactly where the saw needed to cut. And I decided to take the handle with me and the drill bit that they'd sold me for us to do the handle them ourselves. And so I asked them to refund me the drill bit so that I could pay the difference and have them install the handle. I felt like the poor dude, man. Like, I've been there 4 times now, and when I measured it today from like the ground where I know the door's gonna be to the bottom latch, like, I took all the measurements and I told him, and he was like, you know, I told you you need to measure from the top. And I was like, well, I completely forgot that, but I will never forget again. And he says to me, he's like, the door handle's relatively high. I was like, I didn't pay much attention, it's just where the latch is. He goes, most of the time you put a door handle center of the door. And I said to him, I don't really care where the handle goes, but I need my life to be as easy as absolutely possible, because Moby doesn't finish work until 5, and I had to figure out how to hang the door myself. So he put the handle where I had measured it to, and it actually does align with the latch. I originally put the door on one of the trolleys, but that was difficult, and so I decided to just be tough. Like, pain levels are insane right now, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And I managed to carry the door, and it's a solid bloody piece of wood, and a very, very expensive piece of wood, really. But I managed to carry the door from the car up the steps, through the veranda and the entrance, and into my room. Then I had the fun part of having to align the hinges that are already on the frame with the holes that Moby had done for the top 2 hinges. That was so difficult. I was sweating like you wouldn't believe. Like, my clothes, like I changed into a singlet top to do it. And it was like wet with sweat, yeah. I had so many different things trying to get the measurement right. Like we're talking a few mils makes an absolute difference. So I had like a book, and then a piece of cardboard, and like a piece of wood, and Moby had one of these, I don't know what the hell they're called. They kind of look a bit like a crowbar, but they're not. And you put one part under the door, and then you like lever it with your foot. And I really didn't think I was gonna manage. Like, I nearly dropped the door a number of times. I truly feel like my superpowers came out today. It took a great deal of perseverance. Is that the word? I don't know, my brain's not working. And determination, but I was absolutely adamant that I was getting the door on before they arrived. And I did. I got it on, and I am unbelievably, incredibly proud of myself. So the door does fit now, 3rd time's the charm. However, it's not latching. Moby says it's an easy fix, something to do with like the plate that it goes into. I went to put in, so the bottom hinge hasn't been drilled, and Moby said that I'd probably need his help for that part. But I was able to put all 3 screws into the top hinge, and I had the top and bottom screw in for the middle hinge. And then I went to put in the 3rd screw in the middle hinge, and I realized it's not totally aligned. So that could very well have something to do with the fact that the latch isn't closing. And I will update photos. My phone is telling me I need to save all my videos because I've only got 50 minutes left, and I have therapy on Monday the 30th. I'm so fucking looking forward to my therapy session. I will be recording it as I do. I imagine that given we're on satellite internet, it's going to take a very long time to load, but that's okay. So my door is hanging. I did get the handle installed, and it was put on the right way, which is awesome. So the lock is on the outside, and I can obviously wet the snib on the inside, but as it stands, it's not latching, right? It's popping open. Though I've got like my jumper and my dressing gown hanging on the wall near where the door, I'll take photos. Anyway, I was able to shut the door because, again, I was saying to Moby when I went and dropped the car off, I was like, I need the door to be able to be locked for security reasons, obviously, and especially if I'm going out. But I didn't see it going down well if I locked the door while they're there, and I'm really not in the mood to cause any kind of conflict. Sunny was like, for all I know, she probably is quite drunk. I'm not great at picking it, but she's being nice, which is lovely. Though I said that I'd replace the filter in the pool, and I was going to say, you know, if there's something like, I've just called the pool store now and booked in for the technician. They can't make it out until the 15th, but they're going to put me on a cancellation list because Moby looked at the pool because nothing is working, even though I bought a brand spanking new filter cartridge, which cost me $145. But the pipes between the pump and the cartridge are leaking, and Moby said that's probably causing the problems, given there's no suction. Please pray it's gonna work, because I reckon I've spent over $500 or $600 on this fucking pool so far, and I've been here 6 weeks tomorrow and I still haven't used it. And neither of those two could care less about the state of the pool. I, on the other hand, very much do. And I was thinking to myself, you know, it's so much better today. I'm really happy, and I needed to obviously go into town and switch the cars back. And I said to them just before I was leaving, I was like, oh, you know, just so you know, I was like, we need to be careful about how much toilet paper fills up in the toilet bowl, because obviously I've explained with the septic tank and all the bullshit, you can't flush the toilet every time, right? But they let it fall and fall and fall to the point where twice now the water has come all the way to the rim of the bowl, and I've just been like, go down, go down, go down, go down, right? And it hasn't flooded, but it very easily could. And I said to them, do you mind just, please being careful and not overfilling it, yeah? I think that's a very reasonable request, right? I mean, I have worked so hard to get this house in a state that is livable. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was livable before it, but they just drink non-stop. They don't care. And that's the thing. I said to them, please, do you mind? I don't want the toilet to overflow. And Sunny's like, oh, we don't care. Overflows, doesn't matter. We clean it. And I said to her, well, I care. And it's a simple thing to do. Just please don't overfill the toilet with toilet paper. Like, it's so reasonable. And the response I get is, we're going to do whatever we want. We're going to do what we do. Like, I'm honestly beyond confused, about so much. Like, why did Sammie invite me up here over and over and over and over again just to ignore me? Like, they come in, they say hi. They don't seem to have noticed the door. I don't know if Tammy's seen it or walked that far. Sunny came down to my room a couple times. I don't think she noticed it. I don't know. But like, they just start talking immediately to themselves, and obviously they're drinking, and I'm guessing Sunny's been drinking since she's gotten in the car, and it's like I don't exist, right? Like, they talk to me when they get there. They tell me the kitchen looks good, I'm doing a wonderful job, blah blah blah. Sunny brought me this nice notebook thing with these nice sort of motivational words, and a box full of stuff, to go through with, sort of perfumes and just different bits and bobs. But I just feel like there's no respect. Like, absolutely no respect. Like, why would they flood the toilet when it's completely unnecessary? And again, Sammie has brought a car full of stuff down. It's just more and more stuff that just gets loaded into piles and not looked at. Like, there's 100 things that need to be done at the house that already need to be done. There's no need to bring a single thing down. But I'm not saying anything. It's like I said, it's confusing. Like, I feel like I miss my friend. Me and Sammie were good friends. Me and Sammie could talk. I mean, I thought this was a person I would be able to spend time with and talk about real stuff, like important stuff. But I'm barely spoken to at all. And after it was sort of like the meet and greet, and we're sitting at the table, they're immediately smoking weed and drinking, and I would fucking love to smoke some weed, but I told myself I would stay sober. I'm not sure that's gonna happen because my door is up. And again, I am choosing to really have boundaries. So, like, I went to the dollar store and I asked if they had headphones. Now, I need to invest in proper, decent noise cancelling headphones, and I want the big ones that sit on your ears, not the ones that go in your ears. But I'm way too tired to go back into town to have a look for anything. So I got just some normal wired ones from the dollar shop for $4 because the music in the house is so unbelievably loud. It's hurting my ears. Like, it's painful, like headache painful. And again, I know there's no point in asking for them to please turn it down, because I'm just gonna get the same response I got asking about the toilet paper, which is, we're gonna do what we want. And it's just like, I can't help but question why she invited me. Because it's just so nothing like I thought it was gonna be. And again, I absolutely love it when I'm here by myself. And so far today, except for the inconsiderate, disrespectful response to a very simple question, request about not flooding the toilet, it's been going okay. I truly didn't think I was going to get that door on. Like, it was so hard. Like, so fucking hard by myself. But I was absolutely determined that it would be on before they got there, because I did not want to have to ask them for help. I didn't want to draw attention to the fact that I've got the door. Now, the door's not latching. But I am able to close it with like a part of my jumper sort of in between the door and the thing, yeah, but like I didn't lock it again. I have to just literally be careful. Like, their egos are massive, and I'm praying for a nice night, a simple night. They both seem to be in an okay mood. But I really am absolutely, completely, and utterly exhausted. And I'm not going to be able to have a late one. I definitely have no interest in drinking. If I have weed, it's only going to be my freaking liquid vape. I actually took Valium before I got back here. I was looking for Xanax, which is usually in my handbag, but I was trying to find it while I was driving, even though I know I shouldn't. Just because I absolutely have to stay calm, and I just find them so fucking disrespectful. Like, I live in this home permanently. This is my home. It's no different to any other person out there. When you live in a home, it's your home. I've worked really hard to make it nice. And obviously there's no way they would have known or expected me to do it. But, like, Sammie talks about being grateful and gratitude and all this stuff, and yet she's not practicing what she speaks. They say thanks, but like, thanks is a word. Like, anyway, I've booked myself a massage for 10 a.m. tomorrow. $55 cash for an hour is fucking fantastic. Remedial, deep tissue, hot stone. I'm going for the lot. And then I might go to Glaston and look for like actual noise cancelling headphones. I'm gonna look online, truthfully. But I am really, really, really proud that I'd managed with the door. Yeah, I'm happy and I'm feeling good about that. So if you could all please think good thoughts that this weekend goes well, I would greatly appreciate it. And yeah, that's me. I'm gonna upload this when I get into the house. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.